Welcome to our Flash Talk. Laura, Rachel, and I will provide an overview of our paper submission to the Science and Diplomacy special call for the December 2020 issue on reimagining how we could communicate and work in a post-COVID era. Our paper focuses on barriers and recommendations in rethinking how we reimagine conferences and how they can promote accessible communication. In that sense, the world is more connected today than it has ever been, with over 4.1 billion people using the internet. This virtual globalization is an ample opportunity for science to inform and reach more people. With conferences being the key platform for science communication, it brings together partners from various sectors to push for science innovation and policy across domestic and international boundaries. The virtualization does provide more accessibility opportunities in that the conference can reach a broader, more global audience and participation pool, including folks such as early career and historically marginalized scientists. However, there are also opportunities to breed barriers. And one of those barriers is the possibility of breeding misinformation and spreading misinformation about science.
So what we are saying is that racial inequality does not spare science or scientists. We believe that the virtual options developed in the face of COVID-19 for science conference attendance can provide equity for historically marginalized participants to engage with the larger STEM community.
And in that vein, we have recommendations that will enhance accessibility through the hybrid and virtual models. And so these conferences of the future can contribute to racial equality efforts in STEM conferences. And we've broken this into 4 sections: attendance, talks, networking, and public engagement. For attendance, virtual conferences allow for decreased registration fees, larger groups for online events, and offering asynchronous events so that even researchers across the world can participate. One barrier that's come up in the COVID-19 webinar era is effective engagement and during talks. And to that vein, we recommend training moderators and facilitators and using private and interactive chat-based Q&A to encourage as much interaction between the presentations and the groups. And this really can maintain accessibility and can include an asynchronous Q&A feature. Networking has been a challenge in virtual conferences, but there is now software that can mimic in-person interactions. And during presentations, virtual conferences can create informal randomized pods for discussion to ensure that all stakeholders are distributed throughout networking. And then on the public engagement side, virtual conferences can be live streamed and recorded in a way that in-person conferences were not, and were not accessible to non-scientists. And it's even possible to organize mutual learning sessions.
The people that put together this paper and talk is a group of early career scientists that are a part of the National Science Policy Network. We came together from across the United States to address this issue. These are the contributors with our names and LinkedIn information underneath. Thank you.